Hey guys, how's it going today? So I give you guys I guess kind of an update video. I know I haven't posted one in a while. Just hasn't been anything going on worth talking about, and she's getting cold out now, so I don't really want to be out in the shop a whole hell of a lot. So, of course, I'm in here right now, but I gotta have the door down because there's a north wind going on, northeast kind of wind, and it just makes it all the freaking colder in here. So I leave it shut, and then I got the heater running. Of course, it's not like hot in here. Obviously, this probably hasn't done anything. It just kind of makes a little bit of a warm zone, I guess. It says that it's about damn thing ain't right. It says it's about 20 in here, but it has warmed up outside a little bit. It's 3 above, but it feels like minus 12 or something. So it has warmed up a little bit since I came out here this morning to turn the heater on. So yeah, so it would have been Sunday. I had did that redneck repair to the exhaust pipe, and you're not going to be able to see it, so I'm not going to really be able to show you, but I put my piece of metal on the pipe down there, and it has quieted it down a little bit, but there's still a little bit of a rumble. It sounds like it's more pure now, and again, it could just be the pipe, the whole thing's shot, but it almost kind of sounds like it would be coming out of the header, or the manifold, whatever you want to freaking call this stupid thing. But I don't really think so, because I mean, it could be a possibility, but I kind of doubt it too, because for one, if it was, the four-wheeler would have caught on fire, because if you got even a cracked header or something, you would think some flames would come out of it. So I don't think it's cracked. It could be coming loose. I don't know. But that's the summertime repair. So so then Sunday, we'll go back to Saturday. I put Big Red on the heater. That's why this is even in here, is to heat Big Red up so it doesn't piss oil all over the fucking place. I did it. I think it was even colder that day that I went. Yeah, it was Saturday. Saturday is when I did that repair. And I wanted to test it, but I knew that if I started Big Red at minus 20, it'd piss oil everywhere. So I figured, well, I could try it, put the heater on Big Red for a couple of hours, and that's what I did. And then I went to start it, and then it didn't leak any oil. It was perfectly fine. But then Sunday, I decided to go for a ride. Again, it was cold out, but it was fairly calm. There wasn't much of a wind. So I figured, well, I'm going to risk it and not bother even putting the heater on. And it, sure enough, it pissed oil because it was cold. So I guess putting that little stupid heater on for a couple hours actually does do it some good. But I don't know what good it would do if it got really, really cold. This heater does, the air that comes out of it is hot, but there's not enough volume of it, and it doesn't shoot very far. So I have to put this heater right on Big Red's footrest, and then I have to have a pail or something under it to support the rest of the heater. So then it pretty much blows it right into, the little notch that's cut out there, So you do that for apparently a couple of hours. It seems to help, because I think the colder it would get, then the longer the heater would have to be on it. But given how I think, unless I have some kind of emergency and I have to use Big Red, and then it's just going to have to piss oil. There's nothing I can do about it. But I still have my gaming cameras up, all my trail cameras, and so I have to check up on them every so often, and I like to use Big Red. So On those days, I think I'm going to go check those trail cameras. I'm going to put Big Red on the heater for at least 2-3 hours and see if it helps. So, like I said, I did it Saturday, and it was cold. It was like minus 20 out, and it must have helped because it didn't leak a drop of damn oil. But then on Sunday, I didn't bother, and it was still down in the minus 20 range, you know, and it still pissed. Then it pissed oil because I didn't have the heater on it. So I guess the heater must do something. Of course, you have it right up on there, you know, so the engine block is getting blasted with heat. But I want a better heater. It's just this isn't really. It's not designed for this extreme cold, you know. It's designed to help keep a room warm in a well-insulated room. Shop is not insulated, so, you know, trying to heat it would be pointless. But I want to get one of those propane heaters. They're forced air kind of stuff. Mr. Heater makes them, and I probably would just set it, you know, again up on a pail and just have it blast it right on the four-wheeler's engine. You know, you obviously don't want them too close because they actually do shoot out fire and you could melt plastic pretty easily. But you know, whatever. Or you could put it here on the back and just have it shoot the air going forwards. That would work probably as well. But I don't know, for the amount of time that I do run Big Red in the wintertime, you know, is it really justifiable? But because I do want to get out once in a while and go for a ride or something, you know, or like I said, I got to check up on my gaming cameras every once in a while. So you know, but I'll try it again the next time I want to go somewhere with him. I'll put the heater back on it, run it for a couple of hours, and see if it does any good. Of course, you got to make sure you put the door back down, because if you leave that up and you're getting all the wind in, well, then it's going to blow all your sneaking heat away. So there's no sense to it. So, but yeah, somewhere in that exhaust system there, it sounds like there's still a slight leak going on. And if you put your hand down there by the engine block, you know, down there in the hole, you can feel some air rushing by. It's not a hell of a lot, so I know it's got to be leaking exhaust somewhere. So, but it's still, like I said, it's still a little bit loud, but it's nowhere near as loud as it was, you know, just a few days ago. So I don't know. It's probably going to need a whole new, I think they could salvage the muffler, but I think it's going to need a whole new exhaust system put on it. I don't know what the header looks like or anything like that or whatever. So, but it's just another thing that's not going to get fixed anytime soon because I don't have the time or the money. So I'm just going to run it till something breaks, and then if it breaks something, well, so fucking be it. So, but yeah, so I had ordered another cable for my camera, my security cameras, or that one that was on my house. I got multiple on my house, but the one that's been giving me trouble, and like I told you guys before, I thought it was the camera, but come to find out it was one of the main wire harnesses. So I managed to replace it, but I didn't have a short, I had used a 100-foot piece, and then I had a 60-foot piece that was used. And I thought, well, that's probably going to be bad too, you know, but then I didn't know what else to do because my 100-foot cable wasn't long enough, so I needed another temporary cable put up so I could at least have that security camera running. So I managed to hook up one of my 60-footers for now. That was a temporary setup, and I wanted to order a 10-foot extension cable to put onto this, and then, you know, it'd be good enough, but a 10-footer wasn't going to be long enough, so I had to order a 25-footer. I wish they would have had maybe a 20-footer, you know, or something kind of in between that, but it's either 10, 25, 50, 75, and 100 feet. So there's plenty of flexibility in those wires, but I don't know. It took three wires, I think, to run this camera right here. That's a security camera. Yeah, I do have one in here. So fuck you, anybody that wants to steal my shit. And actually, this has been pretty fucking useful because the main reason to why cameras are put in buildings is for security, make sure nobody's stealing your shit. But I locked the cat in here. One of my cats in here a couple of months ago, and she was in here overnight, and I didn't know it. Now that's what's nice about that is if I should lock a cat in here again, or anything for that matter, then I'll know about it. But it's also nice to have when I'm running the heater, I can watch it from my house. I don't have to stand here and babysit it. I can watch it from my house. So it's been nice to have that thing put in here. So, and yeah, I do have the night vision and stuff turned on, so I can see what's going on in here even at night. So, but yeah, that's been pretty useful having that in here. So, but it took I think like 3 cables or something to run that in here. So, but what are you gonna do? So, but yeah, that's been an improvement. That's actually a good thing. Not only is it going to watch my shit, but then I can also make sure nobody's locked in here at night, and I can stay in my nice, comfy, warm house while Big Red's getting unthawed, or I'm at the farm and somebody wants to come in here and try to steal my shit. Well, they're going to be on camera no matter what. So it's paid off. So I had ordered a 10-foot cable for that camera up at the house to get rid of that 60-foot section. So really, I had 160 feet of cable hooked on. And since on that camera I have the night vision turned off because there's just so much natural light and light from the pole lights that I don't really need night vision for them. So I got at least 2 cameras that don't have the night vision turned on. So, but I think if you were to run night vision, that requires more power. And the more wire that you run, then it seems like the battery light comes on the screen, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. But it has a low battery indicator come on. And I was like, well, this thing doesn't require batteries. It takes the power from my house. So so that's telling me there that I'm getting, running all that wire. There's not enough power going through the wire because it has to push all that power to even keep the cameras running. So that's why I try to keep my wires as short as possible. So, but I figured with that camera, it's got 160 feet of wire on it. That's quite a bit. So I didn't want that. I want to try to stay under that. So I ended up putting a 25-foot piece on, so it's 125 feet now. So it's way shorter. But it never complained even when the 60-footer was put on it. But I don't know. It sucks that I even had to replace that cable because I don't know, it went bad. So, but I had 2 of them connected together. But I technically have, I got 2. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But it's been nice to have. I know I never did a video on it, but that security system I had installed in my house has been a game changer. Now, it lets me see who's trespassing or doing damage or whatever. That's its main purpose, but I like it because I can see what's going on outside without actually having to go outside, So I can see what my cats are doing. I can see who they're fighting with. I can see what the wildlife is doing. My grandma would probably like that. But, and then, it's just, if natural disasters, that is another great thing. Like when the tree fell on the shop, well, that was recorded on a surveillance system. I don't think it was with these, though. I think it was when I had the old Reolink cameras up. No, maybe it wasn't. No, maybe it was with these cameras. I don't remember now. It's been a while, but without those cameras, I never would have gotten that footage of the tree landing on the shop and pulling the power lines down. So, I was actually thinking about setting up another one of these cameras on either the house or the tree, looking up at the sky. Just so it could be like a weather camera. Just more or less to watch the scariness go on. Whenever we do get something good going on, then you have a camera to see what the hell's going on. But I haven't done that yet because I'm not really technically done putting up these cameras. I still want to put one more up yet. Then I should be done. But the house is covered, and the inside of the shop is covered. But I want to put one more up, but that requires way more wiring than I feel like running right now. So, yeah. But in here, this has been useful. So, but anyways, after buying that, you guys know how I'm still. Every now and then I try to buy something for the Tahoe, or for any type of job, I guess. Well, I bought something else here now that's going to be thrown in the Tahoe. It's overkill, but I would rather go overkill than underkill, because then you seem to get kind of fucked. So, and again, this can be used pretty much anywhere, or I should say on any vehicle. I know it's not a NOCO boost jumper thing. I still got to get one for Big Red. I still haven't done that yet, but I want to get another one for Big Red, and I want to get one for the Tahoe as well. But even if you do have these boosters, or jump start pack things, whatever, you should still always go with the classic jumper cables. So I don't have jumper cables for the Tahoe. I know we do have some at the farm. One for the Pontiac and then one for the pickup, but the one for the pickup is kind of a joke. It's older and it's getting wore out, but we still use it. But the one in the Pontiac, we don't really use all that often. It's more or less just if the car should get stranded or whatever, and then we have something, got some kind of an old school way of jump starting. But even though I still plan on buying the NOCO jump pack things, they are very expensive. And the problem with them is that they don't like the cold. You can't leave them. Like if I was to throw that thing in my Blazer, it probably would damage the battery over time. Those, NOCO things. So, I'm always going to have to take it out of the Blazer and put it in the house somewhere so it stays nice and warm until we plan on going somewhere. In the summertime, it doesn't matter. I can leave it in there all the time. But in the wintertime, it's different. So, I bought some jumper cables for the Tahoe. Now, these can be used for, jumping other vehicles, of course, but these are the biggest ones that I could get from Northern Tool. I didn't even think to look on Harbor Freights or whatever. I was thinking about it, but then I like these better, and it cost me a lot of money, but they're extreme heavy duty booster cables, jumper cables, whatever. They are 25 feet long. We are going to do an unboxing of this because this is just crazy. I didn't think they would send it in a freaking case, but they did. So it's got its own little carry case. 1 gauge wire, rated for 900 amps. So these are basically commercial grade, meant for large vehicles like semi trucks, tractors, large vehicles like the Tahoe. So, but this is what they look like, all still wrapped up in this thing. Yeah, so it's overkill. I looked at the ones in the Hardware Hank, and well, he had some, but the biggest one I seen there was like 250 amps, for cranking power, and that's just kind of. It'd be okay on like the 4-wheeler, like that's plenty for a 4-wheeler or small car, but I want to be able to jump some heavy stuff, so, and I don't like dicking around. I want to get shit done. So, but you can see this has its own carrying case, which I kind of didn't want because this is just going to take up freaking room, so, but we'll unbox this, and that way you guys can see what they look like, even though the pictures show you. But first they tell you how to hook it up. Most people don't even do that, but yeah. So we'll get into this. let me get you guys set it up here. You guys ain't gonna see much right at the freaking beginning because of how everything is, but I'm not sure. I guess you just rip these stupid things off. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a big freaking suitcase. I mean, I get that you want to protect your expensive product. I mean, this was expensive. I'm gonna have to handle that thing separately because it's too big for that. So basically, this comes in a big giant case. It looks like you can even put a padlock on it. I don't know why. It's made out of freaking plastic, so if they want your shit, they're gonna take it regardless. So nothing special about the case, but I was gonna put the yeah. They even put my name on it on the sticker. Huh. And in the day when I ordered it, that's weird. Ain't nobody ever done that before. I suppose if it fell out of the case, like that wrap, then they would know where to send it to because it's got my address and stuff on here. But we don't need that. So, and that doesn't need to be on camera anyway. But yeah, so not sure why they did that, but they did. So let's see how we open these bad boys. These things just have some kind of a crazy lock on them. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they're heavy duty, all right. They are. They're gonna jumpstart some stuff. That's for damn sure. Yep, they are. Oh. Let me get the case out of here for now. Don't break the stinky case. You need it. So they're supposed to be 25 feet long. Yeah, that's some. Yeah, that's definitely some freaking cable. Yeah, well, at least now you know I ain't fucking around. That's 1 gauge cable, I guess. Oh, yeah. Springs feel super tight, which is a good thing. They should never really wear out for how much I'm actually going to use them. Well, they even got instructions on here. Yeah, well, whatever. But I'm not going to undo it because I want to keep them neatly wrapped up until the day we need them. But that's supposed to be 1 gauge thick wire. I think this is what the young guy was talking about. He wanted to get some 1 gauge jumper cables, but he couldn't afford them. He says they're too much money. Well, this was $95 from Northern Tool, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But you gotta think about the shipping and the tax and stuff. So when all said and done, about $115 I spent on just this. But like I said, I am slowly adding things to the Tahoe, to make it roadworthy and stuff like that. I'm just doing what I can that's within budget. So I got a lot bigger things I got to get done to it too, and that's going to cost even bigger money, and that's money I don't really have. So, but yeah, that is some that's some heavy gauge wire. That's definitely 900 amps. That's that's gonna move some juice. But yeah. So I don't know, but that's what I got. We still have I still got one more thing coming yet, but that's not for the Tahoe, it's just for the house, so it's nothing special. So I was mostly just waiting for this, and then my extension cable for the camera, and then my uncle wanted to order a few things for his saw. He wants to get his chainsaw ready for the new year. So he needed a new chain, a new bar, which I actually happened to come across a combo on eBay. You can get a factory steel brand chain or bar, but then it comes with an aftermarket chain, which to him it didn't matter. He just wanted a new bar and a new chain. So he got that, and then he wanted a tune-up kit for it because he wanted to replace the air filter and well, actually, originally he just wanted to replace the air filter. But we found a tune-up kit that comes with an air filter, fuel filter, and something else. And then, yeah, so that's what he's got. And then he's looking for a choke lever too for his old saw. But unfortunately, to get one of those, you'd have to go over to China. But whatever. So, but yeah. So this is what come today. That my cable came yesterday, Monday. So it was what, Tuesday today? I don't even know. I don't even care, to be honest with you. I don't really care. So, but at least you guys know that I ain't messing around. Okay, I don't fuck around when it comes to shit. Yeah, it costs you money, but you gotta spend money if you want good shit. So, and I want good shit. So, but yeah, it cost me a lot of money. But these are going to be for the Tahoe. If the Tahoe's battery should die and I have to jump start it off another pickup or something, or if I need to jump start somebody else. Now, like I said, I am going to still at some point order a NOCO booster pack jump thing, but they're like $300, and you know, I just can't justify that right now at this moment. So, but you should always keep a spare. You should always keep some of these around. Okay. Regardless, I just feel like if those things should die, you know, or they should fail, because they actually can fail after a while. There's a guy on YouTube that uses them all the time to jumpstart vehicles, and he says about after maybe a year or two, the batteries, they start to get kind of weak, and then he can't jumpstart as many vehicles as he could have when they were new. So, you know, he goes through quite a bit of them, but for how much I use them, you know, they should last a long time. But I don't know. I still want to get one for Big Red in case I have some kind of an issue with that. And then gotta find a better place to put it on Big Red, because I don't really keep it on Big Red all the time, but just gotta find a better place to put it. And then, like I said, I'm gonna get one for the Tahoe, and then, of course, with the one for the Tahoe, we can share it between the Tahoe and like another vehicle or the tractor or whatever. That's what's going to be nice about this is, if I need to jumpstart the 1586, let's say off the Tahoe, you know, or whatever, then I can do it. I can do it with these. Now, of course, the batteries in the Tahoe, I don't really know what they're rated for, but I imagine they're rated for quite a bit. But you know, at least you can move a lot of power in a big hurry with big sons of bitches like this. So that's what Daddy ordered. This is the most expensive thing I've ordered in quite a while, but overkill, yeah. But you know what? Trust me, go overkill. Just if you got the money to do it, fucking do it. If you don't have the money, then I guess either you can wait until you get the money, or just get what you can to get you by. But they always say go big or go home. Well, I'm going big. So, because I don't like dicking around. I hate wasting time. And I didn't need the case, really, because I was just going to leave it like this. But, you know, whatever. The case will keep it nice and protected, but I'm going to lose a lot of... I'm going to lose a lot of storage space. I'm going to lose a lot of storage space with that. Of course, I got my big toolbox back there right now, but whatever. So, but yeah, so that's what's going to be that's what that's for. That's for the Tahoe. And, yeah. Well, it can be used for anything else, too. But, for now, that's what it's gonna be for. It's gonna be for the Tahoe. Not sure where I'm gonna put it. I guess just in the back. But I can't keep filling up the stinking back either, because I'm not gonna have storage capacity. I could put it in the back seat, maybe like on the floor rest or something there. Maybe like in the center or something, but I don't know. I guess I could do that too, because we don't really use the back seat because I'm not really hauling anybody right now with it. So, but if we do, well then I can just, it's got a handle, it's got a go handle on it, so you can just pick it up and throw it in the back or something if you had to, if I had to haul some family members around or something. But for the most part, I don't think we'll be doing much of that. So, and I don't think there's storage under the seats. It's not like some vehicles. It's definitely not like Dodge Ram though, like their pickups where they have actually storage under the seats. That's what's nice about those Dodge Rams, is that you can fold up the back seats, like where you put your butt, and you got some storage. So I don't think this thing would fit under there, but you could take it out of the case, and then it would. But I don't know. It's just, it's definitely an interesting thing. So, yeah, I just turned off my heater. Hey, you notice it's brighter here now because that stinking thing was hogging a lot of the juice. But I don't plan on staying here much longer now. So, but yeah, so that's what I got. I got this big monster for now, and I ordered that extension cable for the security camera, and then I ordered some things for my uncle. So, of course, he paid for that, but so yeah, gotta get ready for the new year, and this is getting one step closer, and one step closer to getting the Tahoe officially up and running and fully functional. So, still got a few things to do to it yet, and one thing's going to be a pretty big job, so I might have to get, depending on where I have to take it, because I still got to take it in to get the airbags figured out, and somebody's going to have to give me a ride home, because I imagine they're going to want to keep it for a few days. So depending on where I have to go, I either have to get my uncle involved so he can follow behind in the Pontiac, or if I have to go up to the cities, well then I have to get my sister involved, because nobody else knows how to drive up in the cities besides my sister. So I would have to follow her, take it to an actual GM dealer, because I think you'd have to take it to a GM dealer to fix the airbags, because that's a GM. You just can't take it, I don't think, to any random repair shop. It's got to be taken to an actual GM dealership. So, and they can do it there. So, I know there's one here in town, not here in town, but over on North Dakota side, at where my John Deere dealer is at. I think there's a GM dealer there. And then if not, well, then I'd have to go up to the cities then. So, that's still pretty much the only reason why I'm still not driving it, is because I haven't gotten that fixed yet. And it's just, there's a lot of other little things going on with it that I need to get done, and then that's going to be last of all. And then once that's completely figured out, hopefully it doesn't blow up by then, but then once that's figured out, well then I got to switch over to Big Red. I got to get Big Red back up and running again. I got to get the ball joints replaced, get the charging system replaced, and then now replace the exhaust system. So, because I got to be able to get a couple more years out of Big Red. So, I'm guessing probably at least 25, well, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 now. I don't know. I don't know what that exhaust is going to cost, and what exactly needs to be done to it. I have no clue. But I know what the ball joints cost. I got a rough idea what the charging system would cost. But for the exhaust, I don't know. Probably not very much, but I don't know what they got to do to it. They might have to replace the whole thing, or maybe just replace a missing part or something. That's why it's all falling apart and sounding like that. I don't know. So that's something they're going to have to figure out when it's there getting worked on. So Other than that, I'm not going to really worry about it too much. So I'm just going to carry on with it and just, fuck it. Just, yeah. So, but anyways, guys, I guess that's pretty much it. Just wanted to let you guys know what was going on and give you guys a little update. And you got some jumper cables. You should always have them, regardless if you have a jump pack start thing. Just get yourself some of these. Probably don't need a case, but mine just happened to come with a case. So, what are you going to do? So, but anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to tag off. I'm going to plug Big Red back in and make sure his battery stays topped off. And clean up a little bit in here and go back and unthaw. So, I guess that's pretty much it. So anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.